and welcome back to Sharin No Kuni. It's a new day, I'm more or less awake now, and yeah, initially I wanted to play a different game, but I need a friend to help me out before that, so I have to wait for that. So I thought in the meantime, I just record a bunch of Sharin No Kuni. I mean, why not? So yeah, yesterday was a pretty hard episode. I got into bed pretty late after that, and yeah, And now after I am awake again and had a weird dream I can't recollect, but I knew it was weird. Anyway, I think I'm babbling it way too much, so let's just get into it again. Sachi's eyes snapped open at 7 AM sharp. You okay? Where's Mana? Still asleep. Mana had already been asleep inside the closet by the time we returned. I feel terrible. Well, same old, I guess. Yeah, I just realized yesterday was that he found out that the pills she is taking to stop her gets into her brain and causes nightmares. And it seems to be known at this point for a longer time, and they still wonder why they can't get rid of the obligation. These pills basically induce depression onto them because of the constant nightmares. So, if this is known for longer than just a few years or months even, what is that for a fucked up flawed system where those pills even induce this? This can't be new. I think they wanted it to be that way, that those pills induce nightmares. They don't want them to get rid of the obligation, they just want to get rid of them without killing them. So they just ended themselves by... Oh god, this is kind of really bad. And I think the effect is even enhanced because for the longest time with the old high class individual, yeah, that one even gave her older pills that could have been even a greater impact on her brain than the new ones. So I don't know. That wasn't pretty clear if the new pills induce that effect or if the old pills are at fault here. Her eyelids fluttered rapidly. Oh, like this? Sorry to bring this up when you are down in the dumps, but today's the day we gotta pay up. That is, detain Mana with the money we had obtained from selling the diamond. Oh yeah, that was not really mentioned up until now again. I go give Pups the cash. Just rest here. I'm fine. I'll go too. Don't push yourself. You really don't look so good. I have to be responsible for managing my own money. Well, aren't we stubborn? Why don't you rest instead? What? Me? You did a lot of crazy stuff in that cave. Is your shoulder okay? Well, you do have a point. Yeah, so you're gonna take it easy today. Unfortunately, I don't think that's really an option. I need to give Pups a progress report anyway. You can sleep until the afternoon, then we can go together when you wake up. That fine? I guess. Good night. I dug around inside my Duralumin case looking for the stuff I needed to draft up my report.
Kenichi.
Hmm? Said she called out to me from the bed.
マナが起きたら謝っといてくれる？
Can you apologize to Mana when she wakes up? Well, I don't think an apology from a different person than yourself will really have that much of an impact. About yesterday? Do it yourself.
厳しいね。
It's pretty harsh, but the only way an apology can really be accepted. You have to apologize yourself. If you get someone else to apologize for you, that doesn't even have the slightest real impact on the person you offended. Apologizing wouldn't get Sachi anywhere. Mana wouldn't forgive her until she started painting again. Oh.
私、ひどいお姉ちゃんだよ。
I am terrible, sister.
ごめんね、マナ。
Sorry, Mana.
ごめん。
Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Sachi continued apologizing to the point of parody. Phew-wee, let's get on a good old drug smoke. I had spent all morning writing the report. Sachi's rehabilitation is gonna start getting tricky after this. Painting would definitely seem to be the fastest method. Unfortunately, painting has traumatized her to the point that she has recurring nightmares about it. Oh god, my voice is giving out, sorry. Well, even so, it's my best option. Should I force her to start painting by employing special guidance? Of course, that presents another problem. Forced education is never as effective as voluntary education. What should I do? I'm having this much trouble with just one person already, and I have to supervise Oni and Natsumi too after this. Wonder how other high-class individuals manage to look after so many people at once. The problem is, you are in a personal relationship with them. With all of them. You lived here in the past. You know all of them. So you are personally involved. Other high-class individuals are not personally involved. Like you. So you can't really compare to those. Are they going about this differently than I am?
何悩んでるの？
What are you getting at so bent out of shape about? Totally fucked it up. What are you getting so bent out of shape about? Oh?
相変わらずブツブツうるさいやつだね、森田健一は。
I see that you're still muttering to yourself like a madman, Morita Kenichi. Huh.
いきなりため息？
What's with the sigh all of a sudden? I bet you still lick the backs off the lids on yogurt cups.
どうしてそれを？
Wow, this was pretty much straightforward. She could figure you out. Well, how do you know that? I was just guessing. I do it too, actually. Toka sighed thoughtfully. I mean, why wouldn't you do it? There's so much yogurt on the lid. You have to lick it off.
だってもったいないんだもん。
Yeah, see? I mean, it's such a waste. Yeah, I know how you feel. Just try to do it when no one can see you. Why would it be so bad if somebody sees you? Would you give a damn?
うん、確かに子供っぽいよね。
No, it is not. Yeah, it is pretty childish, huh? It's not.
ってなんでそんなことを森田健一に言われなきゃいけないのよ。
Wait a sec. Why am I letting Morita Kenichi lecture me? Still as irritable as ever. What are you doing here?
あの怖い人が学園まで来いって。
That scary guy told me to come to the school. Why are you the one running the errands?
最初はお母さんに電話がかかってきて、それでお母さんが私に命令したの。
He told my mom to come first, but then she ordered me to do it. What a roundabout method. Roger, sorry for bothering ya.
うん。
No problem. Later.
サチはどう？
How is Sachi doing? She seemed worried. It's been kinda bumpy these past few days.
元気？
Is she doing alright? You wouldn't be able to tell even if she weren't.
お母さんから聞いたんだけど、サチが終わったら私の面倒を見るって、本当？
Hey, I heard something from Mom. Is it true that you'll be looking after me once you finish with Sachi? That's if and only if I can get Sachi's obligation cleared.
長くなりそうだね。頑張って。
She's still flushing. That might take a while, huh? Good luck with that. Her words filled me with vigor. Right. See ya. Every time I hear the word vigor, I have immediately think about Dark Souls and my HP bar. What does vigor even mean? Is vigor something like life? It fills me with life or determination or something like that? Sachi was still in bed when I returned to the room. The closet was also firmly shut. My dealings with Pops were unrelated to Sachi, and I didn't want to disturb her rest. I'd come by again later, then we'd go pay the money together. I left a message and headed out. I've come to give my report. I presented him with the documents.
成果は出ていないようだな。
So, you haven't produced any results? He hadn't so much as glanced at the report.
光弘の義務を解消させる最も簡単な方法は、強制的に1年以上働けと命じることだ。守ればよし、破れば終わり。
The simplest method of absolving Mitsuhiro of her obligation would be to order her to work for a period of time greater than 1 year. If she obeys your orders, then she is free to go. If she disobeys them, then it's the end for her. Wouldn't that method significantly increase the chance of her having a relapse?
また同じように労働を強いればよい。時間を無駄にしている人間にとって、人生は実に長いものなのだから。
Then you simply repeat the process and force her into a loop of continuous labor. Humans who whittle away their time with trivial pursuits shall find their time to be quite lengthy indeed. Oh, what a dig! If something is forced upon you, you're really unlikely to do it for a long period of time. But you, of course, you would do it to escape certain death if you have the determination for it and if you save over your life. But if you force a person like Sachi, who is already depressed and haunted by nightmares induced by medicine you fuckers invented and didn't even give a damn about its side effects. Are you serious? This is so messed up. But wouldn't that mean they would never be rehabilitated? Yeah, great that you have at least the insight. He had a point. It would certainly make the act of supervision easier. However, I will continue to endeavor toward my own ideal of rehabilitation.
結構。では次。
Very well. Next. It seemed that he would be content as long as I produced results, regardless of how I had achieved them.
例のマナという少女だが、大使殿から追加の祝い金をいただいた。
Regarding the girl named Mana, I have received an additional supplement to the initial payment. Huh? The gears in my head started to spin. Yeah, me. Well, not really the spear started to gin. I just totally blanked out. So, how much would it cost to detain Mana now? Rizuki stated the necessary amount. That'd be hundreds of millions if you converted it to yen. Unpleasant laughter found its way from my mouth. A diamond was worthless in comparison to that sum. Even if they are fantastically wealthy royalty, why are they willing to pay that amount for a single girl? And how did they find out that we want to buy her? I mean, if we want to buy her out of her slavery. To free her. Yeah, that's the right thing.
事情は理解できない。だが、キャッシュでの支払いを確認した。
I do not understand the circumstances, but I have received the payment in cash, and that's all that matters. Money rules the world, and that's sadly the truth. They were out of their goddamn minds. Understood. Then, if you excuse me, I needed to tell Sachi about this as quickly as possible. Yeah, and give her a fucking heart attack.
森田、よく頭を使え。この状況がチャンスであることに気づけ。
How? How can I use this chance to my advantage? We have to get 1,000,000 of yen. 100 million of yens. In a span of even not a day. To save mana, and you want to tell me I can use this to my advantage? How? How the fuck would that be possible? Morita, use your head. Try to realize how you can use this situation to your advantage. This is outright fucked up. Sachi, things have taken turn for the worse. No response. Oh no, Mana! Welcome back! Mana came out of the closet and greeted me. Mana? I felt a drop in the pit of my stomach as soon as I saw Mana's smiling face. Do you know where Sachi is?
お姉ちゃん
Her smile vanished.
学園に行くって外に
She said she was going to school, then left. School? Must have just missed her.
マナのことじーっと見てそれからちょっと泣きそうな顔になって最後にごめんねって
She stared at Mana for a while and looked like she was going to cry. Then she started apologizing. I started to feel a vague sense of unease. You wait here and fix dinner. I damn near flew out of the room. Woo! Away!
想像しぞ。
You are rather noisy today. Has Sachi come here?
完全に行き違いだ。金額が釣り上がったことを伝えると、何も言わずに部屋を出て行った。
You just missed her. I filled her in on the details of the money situation. Then she left without saying anything further. God, where the hell did she go? Couldn't resist the urge to click my tongue. Right then, the door swung open. Sachi! Sachi quietly entered the room. Hey, you heard the details, right? She was carrying a bulging knapsack, most likely filled with bills. Sachi's expression was grim. Her eyes looked at everything and nothing at once. Sachi, what's wrong? That money isn't going to be enough. Oh, look at her face! She looks angry. Sachi completely ignored me and marched straight up to Hoizuki.
お金そこそこあるよ
I have quite a bit of money in this bag.
それで
And? Hoizuki didn't even bat an eyebrow.
この金額なら私の義務が解消されるんでしょ？
This should be enough to annul my obligation, yes? What are you... Sachi, you couldn't be...
手続きは私が済ませよう。
I handle the procedures. Wait!
森田は黙っていろ。これは光弘幸個人の問題であり、公当人としての権限を逸脱するな。
Remain silent, Morita. This is Mitsuhiro Sachi's personal problem. Do not overstep your bounds as a high-class individual. I could be silent about this! I stormed over to Sachi. Hey! You're joking, right? Weren't you going to use this for mana?
金額が足りないのであれば仕方があるまい。
What choice does she have if her amount of funding is insufficient to cover the girl's detainment? You're the one who should remain silent. I can't tolerate something like this. Oh god! I think he gets smacked in the head now. Oh god! Something about the situation was just wrong. Hoizuki's conclusion may have been obvious from a pragmatic standpoint, but... Sachi, you said it yourself, didn't you? That you wanted to set Mana's mind at ease. I felt terrible about doubting your motives. Mana was incredibly grateful to you for saving her, you know? Shouldn't you at least give this a little bit more thought for her sake? However, Sachi's gaze did not meet my own for even a moment. Something deep within her had already made its decision. The thing I think is, if she gets rid of her obligation now, she doesn't need to be supervised anymore. She doesn't have restricted time, and she can't get punished for not taking her medicine. And if she doesn't take her medicine, she doesn't get her nightmares after a period of time. And if she's free of her obligation, she can just take Mana and get the fuck out of this place. And save her that way if she can't get... I think that's her thinking. I think that's what she tries to do. If the obligation can be erased immediately after she hands over the cash, she can take Mana and get the fuck out. So they may search for her, but she can at least hide and not get punished for her obligation. If she gets punished for her obligation, she would be immediately get into the concentration camp. But if she's lifted of the obligation, she can get a new obligation without fearing death or in prison or whatever. But at least she would have the chance to save Mana. I think. That's my thoughts at least. Move! I refuse! Move! Please, we can't... Something slammed into the back of my head. It was his boss. I saw stars. I crumpled to the floor.
権限を逸脱するな。
Do not overstep your bounds. I turned around only to have Hoizuki thrust his cane into my forehead.
ほおずきさん、
Dot.
私さっき貯金を全部下ろしてきたんだよね。
I cashed in all of my savings a moment ago.
でもどんだけかき集めてもこれだけだったの。この金額じゃ私は自由になれてもマナは連れて行かれちゃうんでしょ。
But this is all I could wake up. Mana is still going to be taken away, even if I'm free, isn't she?
そうだ。額面の桁が違う。
Correct. The amount you have here cannot even be considered using the same scale.
へえ。
I could do naught but look on in silence. not but listen to her sigh of utmost resignation in silence.
どうしようもないんだ。
So, there's nothing I can do then.
しょうがないんだ。
Can't do anything for her.
私ってなんてどうしようもないお姉ちゃんだったら。しょうがないんだ。
What a
そっか。
what a terrible sister I am. There's nothing I can do. See,
だったら
in that case,
だったらさ、
if that's the case,
こんな
then I gasp.
こんなもんに何の意味があるっていうのよ。
Then just what the hell is this shit good for? Bullets scattered through the air. Oh my, the passionate stance of Sachi right there. What is money good for if you can't save the one you care about? What is money good for if you can't save the one with it you care about? Ah. That's the thing, money is so important, but on the other hand, it isn't as nearly as important as others want you make to believe it is. Money can't buy you happiness, money can't buy you love, money can't buy you honor or anything. So... money can put your mind at ease that you don't have to worry about things like food and electricity and stuff like this. The PC, the camera, the game and all of this. The only thing... But still, even with all the money in the world, you can never be truly happy and what it is worth. It's easy to say that for me. I mean, I'm in a system where I can really consider myself lucky that a social system like mine in my country exists. Still, it's really sad to look in perspective. I know, I'm totally aware of that in other countries people are suffering from hunger and have to survive day by day from hand to mouth and stuff like that. But I can't really get... Nobody can have the empathy to really relate to those people unless you really live in that country. So I really can only speak for myself, for my own country and countries that are similar to mine. And there I can only say that my statements are more or less true. Okay, let me take a sip and then we go on with this. Even if it's just for a little bit, I give you all of this. I'll do anything! The sunlight bounced off of the tears shining in Sachi's eyes. Give Mana a little more time! You can use this as a down payment or whatever! Please! Just don't take Mana away! Oizuki remained calm in the face of Sachi's desperation.
少女を競りにかけると
You wish to put the girl up for auction? Don't say it like that!
頭金はいいとして追加の金をどうやって用意するのだ
Let's us disregard the down payment for now. How do you intend to procure the rest of the necessary funds? I do it! Somehow! She bit her lip. Sachi clenched her fists, frustrated with her own powerlessness. Veins bulged along the surface of her arms.
考え直せ。森田を早く試験に合格させるためにも、お前はその金で義務を解消するべきだ。
We consider this. If you wish for Morita to pass his exam with any sort of expedience, it would be wise to use that money to cancel your obligation.
うるさい。マナを見捨てて私だけ自由になろうだなんてそんなことできるわけない。
Shut up! You're telling me to abandon Mana and be free all by myself? There's no way I could do that! Painful words for someone like me.
お金は絶対用意するって。だからそれまで待ってよ。
I definitely get you your money. Just wait until then.
どうやって用意するのかと聞いている。
I'm asking you how you plan to go about accomplishing this.
それはだから。
I'm... well...
莫大な金額だぞ。お前のような少女が一生かけても得られない額だ。ましてお前の一日は12時間しかない。
We are dealing with a truly immense sum of money. A sum a girl like you couldn't earn in her entire life. Let alone with a mere 12 hours per day. Sachi seemed to be on the verge of assaulting Hoizuki.
こんなのって何かがおかしいよ。
This is messed up! This is messed up! How can you sell out a little girl? How can you basically sell her out into slavery in a different country and taking her away from someone who took care of her all those years? How is this a good society country where a foreigner can just be sold out to another country after he even, I mean, Mana took responsibility. Mana tried to help Sachi out in every way she could. Mana was going to work. She does proper work. She can keep up a household. She can shop. She can speak the language perfectly. And so on and so on. She's fully integrated in the society, more or less. With the only downside that she does not have her personal pass, that she's officially be one of the citizens of the country. But still, she does more than a lot of foreigners I know in my own country. So this is just messed up in so many ways that you can just sell out a little girl into slavery.
マナは何も悪くないのに。私たちはただ普通に暮らしていただけなのに。
Mana never did anything wrong. We were just living peacefully.
どうにもならないだなんて。そんなの理不尽すぎるよ。
There's really nothing I can do. That doesn't make any sense.
お金がないっていうだけで、なんでどこの誰かも知らないやつに好き勝手されなきゃいけないの？
Why do we have to get led around by people we don't even know just because we don't have money?
絶対何かが間違ってるって。
There's something wrong with this picture. She shrieked. Her shriek echoed throughout the room. Sachi, that's enough. I shook my head.
ケイイチまで何言ってんの？おかしいと思わないの？
You too, Kenichi? Don't you think that this is crazy? Oh yes, absolutely, it is crazy. No, that's not what I meant. You said you'd do anything?
それこそ一生働いたっていい。
I'll even work for the rest of my life. She had said it. That's basically what I'm missing in my life, more or less. I mean, the biggest motivation you can have to work if you do it for someone you deeply care about. That was somewhere in my past I had a person like that, but that person is gone now, so that's what ultimately put me into the state I am in right now. I know most people say you have to motivate yourself, you have to do it for yourself, but I am in a really pathetic and also in a really lucky position in the society I live in. Because I don't really have to. I'm more or less privileged in a way that I don't have to worry about the substantial things like food and water and have a roof over my head. So why am I even picking that up? So there's really not much motivation for me for anything. And I'm totally aware of if I don't go outside I won't meet a lot of people. But I have friends out in the world, but they are even more or less close and I even meet up with them. But there's no one out there I care deeply for. Anyway, I think that's enough of me. Let's see what he wants to say. No matter how exhausted you get, even if you're on the verge of collapsing, you want to help Mana. The girl who had only ever thought about herself was... I am the one who picked her up! It's my responsibility to look after her until the very end! Are you serious? I stared straight at Sachi. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot. Very well. I took a business card out of my breast pocket and threw it at Sachi. I'll buy that determination of yours.
Kenichi, さっきの話、未だに信じられないんだけど。
Yeah, please, can I hear that too again? I'll buy that determination of yours. Took a business card out of my breast pocket and threw it at Sachi. Wait, what? A business card doesn't mean you run a company? Kenichi, can you say that again? I can't believe what I just heard. All you need to do is complete a painting. When you do, I'll buy it from you. But you're going to pay that absurd price? If you put everything you have into your painting, I most certainly will. Wait, that dude is rich as fuck, or what are you trying to tell me here? Is he really that rich? I knew he was wealthy, but is he really that rich? Yeah, exactly! That's not what I meant. How do you have that much money? Her eyes flitted over my face, searching for answers. Well, you're in a relationship with one of the richest guys, it seems, so you should be happy about that. Because I'm a company president. Okay, I basically answered my own question. He runs a company. MK Strength Company? It stands for Morita Kenichi Strength Company. Wait, what? So, you were the perverted president who was criticized for a lack of common sense? You hicks, at least read the newspaper. Amazing! A It was plain from the look on Sachi's face that she now regarded me as something more extraordinary than a friend.
いや、それは失礼いたしました。
Yeah, sorry about all that. Dot. That's why I hadn't wanted to say it. Someone my age being capable of amassing such financial success wasn't a good thing. Why wasn't it a good thing if you can run a company at your age? Hey, Sachi, stop saying that sort of thing.
何が？
Eh? What? It makes it hard to be in a relationship.
私はお金目当てであんたに近づいたわけじゃないって。
I'm not going out with you with money in mind, you know? I know that. I just want to have a more normal relationship. Oh, it's so cute again! Oh, I really like the turn of events here. I really like how this is turning. But wow, he's rich as damn. I wouldn't mind being rich. I mean, then I really could go full out. I could go to conventions all over the world to basically spread myself due to interacting with others in other countries and other continents and so on and so on. I know I'm not big of a number, but if I would have the money to travel and to get my face out there and to show others directly, I think that would be a very interesting and very social way to spread this. Oh my. I mean, I know I'm not the most interesting person in the world, and I certainly am not the most good looking, and I am certainly not the most social person, but I think I have a good common sense and some sort of wisdom at least. So, yeah. I think I have a nice personality, don't I? I think I'm a nice person, even though I can also rage a lot and complain a lot, but who can't complain? Don't worry, I almost never went to cabaret clubs. What are cabaret clubs?
何それ？
The hell are you talking about? Nothing, I just wanted to earn some brownie points by demonstrating my fidelity. What?
ありがとう。やっぱりすごいね。どうして短期間でそんな大きな会社を作れたの？
You really are amazing! How did you build such a big company in such a short time? Hell if I know. Oh, that's the thing. That's basically Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, he invented Facebook for students to communicate with each other, and poof, it got the most amazing thing and it became one of the biggest companies. And I think even Google started out like a small fry and then became this big mess thing. The big massive thing, I mean.
社長さん
Mr. President! Mr. President! She had certainly cheered up. And now, get to painting! Oh, can it? Oh, can it? He means the canning, the can. You know, the metal dough, I think. The metal thing you can... The container can. All I did was listen to what the more experienced guys had to say and try to implement their ideas. Until our IPO at least. Until our IPO at least.
でも、もう働いてないんでしょ？本当にお金あるの？
But you don't work anymore, right? Do you really have the money? Being the president of the company doesn't necessarily mean that you have to work all day. You have to say where the way is going. So you have to I can't get the name. You have to put people in charge to do the work for you and have to supervise all of it. But if you know what you're doing and if you know what people you hire, then you basically can slack off a lot of the time. I think at least. I have no knowledge of that, but I can get the word. Delegate? I can't get the word right now. Ever heard of Founder's Profit?
よく知らない。
Not really. Well, to put it simply, I'm rich as hell. I could even buy you for the night.
だから恥ずかしいなら言わなきゃいいのに。
What? Seriously, you don't need to say stuff like that if it makes you so embarrassed. Well, at least that makes him human to me. Well, to put it simply, I'm rich as hell. I could even buy you for the... Well, that's a really bad thing to say, especially if she's your girlfriend. I mean... And especially, we just had the matter that it is totally fucked up to buy people for money. I mean... Come on, if she wouldn't want you, you could give her all the money you want, she wouldn't do it. Sorry. But even I needed to get accustomed to it. You have 10 days. Try to paint a picture that satisfies me. 10? What? 10 days are plenty of time. 10... Okay, let's think about it. She has 12 hours per day. She has to sleep at least 6 hours of them. So she has 10 times 6 hours a day to paint. So 60 hours of painting time. Well, let's take away 1 hour more for food and other stuff. Or 2 hours at least, so 40 hours. Oh, that is kinda tight in time, isn't it? Pops won't wait any longer than that.
私ってすごいスローペースなんだけど。
Well, then you have to pick up the pace. But I'm a pretty slow painter, you know? 10 days would be more like 5 days for you, wouldn't it?
ちょっと待ってって。いや、あんた常識なさすぎだって。普通は1ヶ月近くかけるもんなんだって。
Now hold on just a second. Your lack of common sense is astounding. Painting a picture usually takes around a month. You already have your tools, so begin immediately. You're kind of scary. Well, she has her chance. I know. See, I can see how this can be a problem. But at least she gets the chance to redeem everything. She has a chance to save her with her special skills. She is a talented painter, so she has the ability to save her with it. With her personal skills, not with money, but with her skills. With her actual gift. Oh, now that I think about it, do I have a gift of any sort? Oh, I don't know. I'm a perfectly... Well, not a perfectly, but a quite average person that doesn't have a special gift. Didn't you say you would do anything? We found a light at the end of this hopeless tunnel. I'll be very disappointed in you if you keep complaining.
わかったよ。
I get it.
絵を描くよ。
I'll paint.
描くしかないんだから。
I'll
マナの
paint
ために。
for mana. ... Good luck, Sachi.
お姉ちゃん、おかえり。
Oni-chan, come back. She worriedly looked over Sachi. Rejoice, Mana. Your sister is going to paint. She stared at me vacantly.
本当に？
Really? She won't go back on her word this time. She's finally found her motivation.
どうして？何かあったの？
Why? What happened? Well, it would be best if we kept the fact that it was for the purpose of detaining Mana a secret. Because she loves painting, of course.
本当？
Really?
お姉ちゃん、本当なの？
Is it true, Oni-chan?
うん。
Yeah. Totally convincing. What's wrong? She started shaking all of a sudden.
嬉しいよ。お姉ちゃんの絵がまた見れるなんて。
Oh, come on, don't get sappy, please.
またやる気になってくれるなんて。
I'm so sorry to interrupt her, but this is too sappy. Oh, I'm so happy. I get to see Oni-chan's pictures again. And she's got her motivation back.
泣くことないって。
Oh god, I totally fucked up the sentence. I tried way too hard. I'm sorry, that's the main problem I have. I lost the ability to more or less cry about this, or I'm too conscious about that this is fictional that I barely can cry, even though it's really heartwarming. I cry on the inside, or maybe the last time I cried, I dried a little bit up on tears. It's about, well, it's 2 weeks ago, so whatever. Sometimes the soul just gets out of tears after some point. Come on, don't cry over something like this.
だって。
Oh, come on.
だって。
But...
しょうがないな。
Oh, you. Sachi rubbed Mana's head and spoke gently to her.
安心して。今度は絶対に投げ出さないから。
Don't worry. I'm not going to give up this time.
ありがとう。
Yeah, thank you. Suddenly the door flung open.
感動した。
I'm so moved! You're a pain in the ass is what you are! We kicked Isuno out and enjoyed a light supper amongst ourselves. He was eavesdropping. Great. Sachi, where are you going to paint?
町の入り口にしようと思う。ひまわり畑ね。
I was thinking that the entrance to town might be nice. The sunflower field.
おお。お姉ちゃんはやっぱりあの風景が好きなんだね。
Oh, you really do like the scenery there, huh? Of course she did. It was the place where they had met. Good luck. I'm looking forward to it.
ケンイチって絵の良し悪しなんてわかるの？
Are you discerning enough to tell if a painting is good or not? Of course I am! No, he's not. Honestly, though, I had never been very interested in art. Like, you know, if the artist commits suicide, the value of the painting skyrockets. It's really not a very important thing.
全然知らないみたいだね。マナの方が詳しいよ。
Kenichi doesn't know anything. Even Mana knows more than him. Thanks, Mana, for blowing this.
マナ、たくさん見たんだもん。たくさん知ってるよ。
I've looked at a bunch, so I know a lot about them.
でも、やっぱりお姉ちゃんの絵が一番すごいんだよ。
But One-chan's painting is the best one out of all of them.
ありがとう。
Thanks. Her response was a bit awkward. Yeah, it's because of the nightmares. I think I spit somewhere, but I can't find where it went. Listen up. I intend to buy a painting from your maggot commoners. From you maggot... Listen up. I intend to buy a painting from you maggot commoners. So you had better not give me a load of crap. I won't accept anything but your best efforts.
わかったってば。
Oh, why does he be so mean? Got it. Okay then, it's time for an outing.
出発？
An outing?
もう7時だよ。
It's already 7. Nah, we still have half an hour left.
いや、それじゃあひまわり畑について終了だから。
Time would be up as soon as we made it to the sunflower field. Still, you'd be able to paint a little, right? Even if it's just for 5 minutes or 10 seconds. Come on, at least take a look at the scenery you're gonna paint.
外で泊まれっての？
You're telling me to stop outside? Don't worry, I'll make sure that you're in a nice, warm bed when you open your eyes.
明日からでいいと思うよ。お姉ちゃんなんだか最近はずっと疲れてるみたいだし。
I think it'll be okay if you started tomorrow. Nichan has been pretty tired recently. Sorry, Mana, but you have no idea what is going on here. We have no time to spare. You say that, and then you give me a decision? Seriously? Okay. I'm gonna leave this episode right here. Hope you enjoyed it so far. Leave a like if you did. Share it with your friends. And I will hopefully see you in the next episode. Stay tuned.